Number 16.
Robert went to buy a birthday present for his girlfriend Tanya. First, he went to a bookstore, but the book Tanya said that she wanted was sold out. Next, he looked at some earrings, but they were too expensive. Finally, he bought Tanya a scarf because she had told him she needed a new one. He chose a purple one and hoped she would like it.
Question. What is one reason that Robert decided to buy Tanya a scarf? Number 17.
Meerkats are small animals that live in Africa's Kalahari Desert. When a meerkat group looks for food, one of them acts as a guard. If it sees a dangerous animal approaching, it makes a sound to warn the other meerkats. Then they all run and hide. After a while, the guard comes out of its hiding place to make sure it is safe for the others to come out.
Question. When do meerkat guards make a sound? Number 18.
Wallace and his wife had plans to go to Canada on vacation. They were looking forward to skiing in the mountains. Unfortunately, Wallace suddenly had to cancel the trip when his boss, Ms. Wilson, had to have an operation. Now, Wallace has to do her work for 2 weeks. Wallace is disappointed that he cannot go to Canada, and he is also worried about his boss.
Question. Why did Wallace have to cancel his vacation? Number 19.
In 1938, millions of Americans heard a frightening radio broadcast. It said that aliens were attacking the United States. The broadcast sounded like news, but it was actually a radio drama called War of the Worlds. It was about creatures from Mars landing on Earth. Many people thought that it was a real news program and panicked. The story was even repeated on real news programs.
Question. What is one thing we learn about the War of the Worlds broadcast in 1938? Number 20.
Nora is a college student and works part-time at a clothing store. At first, she worked on both weekday evenings and weekends. However, she often had to stay up late to study, so she usually felt sleepy in her morning classes. Her parents suggested that Nora reduce her working schedule so she would not be so tired. Now, she only works at the clothing store on weekends.
Question. What did Nora's parents recommend that she do? Number 21.
Richard and some of his high school classmates have started a business club at school. They want to learn as much as they can about various companies. Richard has asked Ms. Perkins, the principal, if they can invite local business people to make presentations about their companies at the school. Ms. Perkins said it was okay, so Richard and his classmates have started contacting companies in the area.
Question. What do Richard and his classmates plan to do? Number 22.
Attention, everyone. As you may know, Patty is leaving our company today. She has been an accounting manager here for the past 10 years, and we wish her all the best as she goes to Italy to study to be a chef. There will be a farewell party for her at La Bella Italian restaurant tonight.
Question. Why is Patty leaving? Number 23.
Although Michael was born in Vietnam, he grew up in Canada. He spoke Vietnamese at home and English at school, so he became fluent in both. He used to feel shy about speaking Vietnamese outside the house. But during college, he became a volunteer guide for Vietnamese tourists. This showed him that speaking 2 languages is useful, and now he considers himself fortunate to speak Vietnamese.
Question. What did Michael realize when he was in college? Number 24.
The Greenville Aquarium opened last year. It has a large collection of fish from all over the world. And at first, there were many visitors. But soon, the numbers started going down. Originally, the aquarium only advertised in the Greenville newspaper. But now, they have decided to make TV commercials to show in other cities. They hope this will bring more visitors.
Question. What has the Greenville Aquarium decided to do? Number 25.
In the 18th and 19th centuries, European men called voyageurs traveled all over the eastern parts of Canada and the United States by boat and on foot. They traded goods such as blankets and iron pots with the native people in exchange for furs. These furs were later sold in Europe for high prices. The voyageurs also explored new areas of North America.
Question. What is one thing the voyageurs did? Number 26.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Mapleton Airport's Terminal 3. Due to construction of the new SkyTrain station, the main exit is closed. All arriving passengers should use the west exit instead. It is located next to the information desk. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your cooperation.
Question. What are arriving passengers asked to do? Number 27.
Nigel and Susan are Americans, and they love traveling abroad with their 2 daughters. But soon, they will have to start paying for their daughters' college educations. They have decided not to take any more overseas vacations until after both their daughters have graduated. Instead, they will visit American cities they have never been to before.
Question. What have Nigel and Susan decided to do? Number 28.
In May 1869, 2 sets of train tracks were joined at Promontory, Utah, in the United States. This new train line went all across the country and had taken many years to build. From that time, journeys that had taken several months by horse could now be completed in a week. Ceremonies were held all over the country to celebrate this great achievement.
Question. What was celebrated in the United States in May 1869? Number 29.
Mark is a college student in Hawaii, and he wakes up early every morning to go surfing with friends. He used to plan on becoming a professional surfer, but he recently decided to find a job with a regular salary. Now, his goal after graduation is to find a job at a company that makes surfboards or surfing clothes.
Question. What does Mark want to do in the future? Number 30.
Attention all students. Today is Earth Awareness Day on campus. Members of the Green Campus Society will be walking around to explain ways to recycle everyday items at home and on campus. They will be wearing green t-shirts so they will be easy to see. Remember, Earth Awareness Day is your chance to think about what you can do to help the environment.
Question. What will members of the Green Campus Society do today?